Hi FlossTube, it's Lady Robin. Thank you so much for tuning in and coming back. All my subscribers, I am thrilled to have you here, and I appreciate all of you for liking and subscribing, leaving me comments. For those of you that are new, welcome. I hope you find a little cross-stitch inspiration here and have a good time, and hope you would consider doing the same. Like I said, I'm Lady Robins, both here and on Instagram, so you can find me both places. And today is FlossTube number 27 for me, and it is, what is it? It's Tuesday, April 7th. Yep, I knew it was Tuesday. The numbers are always hard for me because I don't really keep track of that. I just keep track of what day of the week is. Quick little story from when I was a kid. I don't know if I fell off my bike or what happened, but anyway, ended up at a doctor's office because my mom was concerned that I might have had a concussion. And so I can remember clearly the doctor saying to me, you know, what's the day? And I remember saying it was Thursday. And he looked at my mom and he said, Thursday? And she said, yeah, yep, that's what she would tell you. And he goes, well, what's the actual date? And I looked at my mom because I had no idea. And that really freaked the doctor out for a couple of seconds. And my mom said, she doesn't keep track of that stuff. She won't be able to answer that question whether she has a concussion or not. Thursday is your answer. And that really is how I roll. I usually don't keep track of the days of the week. I just know what the day is. Anyway, goofy little story about me. So anyway, thought, yeah, I had forgotten, didn't you? Here is our mug of the video. Today we are drinking out of the beautiful Arizona mug. I love those green cacti. Is that the plural? Cacti? Leave me a comment, let me know. I actually don't know for sure. What's in my mug? Can you see? Nothing special. It's water. I need to hydrate more, right? We have consumed so much pop over the last month. It's insane. My recycle bin is filled with empty pop cans. And we're getting low, but I am not going to the store for pop. Not gonna do it. Now, when the coffee runs out, I will be the first one up there in gloves and a mask. Because we are coffee hounds around here, which I have mentioned 100 times before. We love our coffee. And I like pop, but not as much as coffee. Oh boy. I have very little stitching to show you, but I have a finish. So I don't have 100 whips to break out and trot in front of you because I just stayed on task, stay on target, stay on target. You know that reference, right? I hope you do. Anyway, I just kept stitching on the same thing and got myself a finish, which I will show you in a couple of minutes here. I was pretty thrilled that I got a finish because it's been a while. But before I get too far into the video, I wanted to talk about Zoom. We had our first virtual stitching meetup on Thursday, and that was a screaming success. There were, at the high point, I think we had 27 of us, which was super fun. I got to meet all sorts of new people, make some connections. It was delightful. So if you need people to stitch with, this Thursday, I'm having my second virtual stitching meetup. It is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. How do you join, right? That's the question. Shoot me a message through Instagram. I'm Lady Robins, Ladybo, I can't spell, LADYROBYONS at Instagram, right? So find me on Instagram, shoot me an email. I can email you the stuff. This week I've been reading a few things about Zoom, and they have a little bit of a security issue, it turns out, and people are able to jump onto your Zoom meeting, particularly if you don't set up a password, is what I'm hearing. So I have a meeting ID and a password. Let me know that you need that stuff. Do not put it in the comments on this video. I am not going to post that kind of in a public forum, but if you Instagram me, if you email me, I am totally good with sending you the information. I absolutely want you to come and hang with us. I just don't want us to get hacked. So just a little bit of security so we don't have to look at people drawing male parts on the screen, right? That's what I hear keeps happening. All right, we don't want any part of that, right? We just want it, we're just here for stitching. That's what we're here for, the stitching. So, speaking of stitching, let's move to that. I'm going to show you my finish. One second while I grab it over here. So, I got going on the second piece in the Hands-On Design Laundry series, and I have a finish. So, I have finished ironing, and it would have been nice if I would have ironed it, right? So here it is for you guys. I'll bring it a little closer. So it's all done, which is great because that means I now have 2 out of the 3 finished. I finished this one last year. It's just been hanging around in my project bag. So I've got 2 out of the 3 done, and then the third one, I'm over halfway done with that, so I think this is going to be what I'm going to concentrate on this week, because it would be awesome to get all 3 done. And there goes my dog, sorry. To get all 3 done, and I have all of the things needed to fully finish them. Because you heard about that a few weeks ago. A viewer sent me all of her leftovers. Thank you. So, gotta finish those up so I can use all those finishing things and then get it put up in my laundry room. And my laundry room is as big as a second. I was thinking about that last night. I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna put these. I will figure it out though. Once I get it finished and up in my laundry room, I'll do a little virtual tour for you so you can see them up. And exciting news, I sat down with my husband the other day and he showed me how to do just the tiniest bit of editing with iMovie on the iPad. So I am excited that I will be able to insert pictures. We even made a caption on a picture. It was super fun. So stay tuned. There might be a little itty-bitty tiny smidgen of editing on future videos if I feel I need to do that, because I have a start on figuring out how to do that. That was super fun. I just snuggled up to him on the sofa and I said, teach me. He is, he's an app designer and he works in the iOS environment. So things that are very intuitive to him, he can just figure it out and show me how to do it. And it's great. I just love that, because things technologically are not intuitive to me. So it's more of a struggle. But if you got somebody with that skill set, lean on them and they'll show you how to do it. And we spent about 45 minutes and he showed me all sorts of cool things. So I'm really excited about iMovie and the ability to do a little editing. Okay, I don't think I need to edit anything today. but then I haven't finished the video. Who knows? There's time for a mistake or two. Okay, speaking of stitching, which we were like 4 minutes ago, I started a project this week. I pulled out, let's see here, I pulled out this Stone Street Stitch Works, their Fireworks on the 4th of July pattern. I started stitching this on April 4th, and I got some good progress on this, and I am totally digging these colors. Ah, look how pretty. Isn't that neat? So, once I finished the laundry series, I started working on this guy, and I got some good progress on it. And yeah, totally fun to stitch on. If you've got this one sitting around in your stash, break it out. It's a fun stitch. It's only got, what, 5 colors in it, and it just whips along. I am having a complete blast working on that guy. So I'm gonna finish off the 3rd piece in the laundry series, and then I'll probably go back to this and probably work on a little cardinal points again. I didn't get anything done on that. I didn't get anything done on the Year of Black Work Sal. I just found last week, once I started working on something, if it felt good to work on it, I didn't want to switch. And so I went with that. I'm like, okay, self is telling me, don't switch stuff up. So I didn't. I just went with what was feeling good at the time, and that's where I was at. So I didn't look at any of the challenge groups. I didn't look at my 24 hours across stick. I just kept going. I don't know. Are you finding that? I'm finding it is, it's hard to add another layer of, I don't know, rules, for lack of a better word, on top of my stitching right now. I just want to stitch. I want to stitch what I want to stitch. If it feels good, I'm not moving on. I'm good with that. So that's what I'm up to. Okay, I went and looked at my calendar and determined there are 4 Mondays in May. So I have decided 4 Mondays, 4 starts for Stitch Mania. That's where I'm at on that. I'm not going to do a start a day. I think 4 is probably too many, honestly, but that's what I am thinking of doing right now. And in that vein, remember I showed you all of my possible projects to be starts for Stitch Mania last week? I forgot one. I found this in a different cubby in my craft room. I need to do a little cleanup in here, but I found Autumn Alphabet by the Scarlet House, which I love this. I think this is so pretty. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's on, it's mounted on a, what do they call them, a horn book? I ordered the horn book. I even have that. So I am definitely gonna do this. And let me show you the fabric. It is a 40 count linen. Its color is flax. So there we go. So there's flax, and then it doesn't have tons of colors. It has nutmeg, ginger snap. What's this one? Caterpillar. Well, that's a fun name. And then Pollywog. So I've got the floss, I've got the fabric, I've got the horn book, obviously I've got the pattern. So I think this is one of my Mania starts. Let's just declare, this is one of my Mania starts. I am absolutely looking forward to doing this and then finishing it on the horn book. So we got one settled on for sure. I'll put that all together in a minute. You don't need to watch me fumble with that. I was looking through, I've got like a Rubbermaid bin that, you know, file folders hang in, and that's what I put my cross stitch patterns in, and the thing is full. I can't squeeze more stuff in there. So it got me thinking, what do I have in this bin? And I can tell that I had a completely different thought process in terms of how do I organize my patterns. Way back when I put that bin together, I put everything in categories. So I've got Christmas, I've got samplers, I've got autumn, blah, 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 right? So I just pulled the Christmas one out. You guys, I found some really cute stuff in here, and I just wanted to share it with you. So at the top is recent things. So I've got Hildy's Christmas by our beloved Bendy Stitchy. And then I've got God Rest You Merry Gentlemen by Lindy Stitches. And then another recent purchase is Merry Christmas, and this is by Abby Rose Designs. So those are all, those three are relatively new. But then, as I'm digging through the folder, I came across this thing, and I gotta get going on this. The Williamsburg Christmas ornaments. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look how cool those are. And what's fun is, when I bought it, I bought the fabric. And let's see here. What is, I'm just gonna take a second here. What is this on? This is a 30 count natural linen. Yeah, 30 count natural linen. There's a huge, big piece. So I've got enough linen, and then I just need to pull my flosses, and I'm gonna get working on some Williamsburg ornaments. I am super excited to see that, and I remember buying that. I don't know if it'll tell me. I was wondering if it would have like the name of the shop somewhere. Nope. Nope. In my, I'm sure, I hope that shop is still in business, because I remember going there. I did an East Coast tour with my friends Lynn and Sumi years and years ago. We went to Colonial Williamsburg. We drove up and down the East Coast. We went from New York all the way down to Georgia. We went everywhere. We had like a week and a half, 10 days, something like that. And oh my gosh, we had the best time. We stayed in bed and breakfast, and it was all about finding cross-stitch stores. So we had a complete and total blast on that trip, and that was purchased on that trip. So that is ancient kit and an old piece of linen, but doesn't look like the moss has got to it, so I better get to it, right? Okay, so other things that I found in here. I found an adorable little snowman. Looks like a glove from Homespun Elegance. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, look at the price on that. $2.50. Remember when you can get a chart for $2.50? I came across a Heart and Hand tall snowman. That's adorable. I have a Mill Hill bead kit. Who knew? This one is called Holiday Holiday 2, and I've got all the buttons. So that is super sweet, and it's on the perforated paper. So that would be a super fun one to do. And then you guys, look at, I have never seen these before or since. The stockings were hung, and this is by Blue Whale Designs. And I've Googled this this company to see if they're still around, and it doesn't, I can't find them. It doesn't appear like they are, but anyway, I just love this. So this center piece is all cross stitch, and then it's mounted. Look how cool that is. It's mounted on a second piece that is embroidered. So that is super fun. And then kind of along that same vein, I came across two charts that I just thought were adorable. Stitches from the Heartland. Look at this one. Isn't that cool? Prairie Winter. And so there's 3 projects in that chart. And apparently I found it in a bargain bin because it cost me $1. So I love that. And then also from Stitches from the Heartland, found this cute little snowman. Winter Wonderland. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this. Williamsburg, Virginia, Christmas. Look at that chart. So you can stitch it either in green or red is the suggested colors, and that is designed and produced by Barbara Noel. Isn't that pretty? Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. What else? Apparently, I bought everything that said Williamsburg on it on that trip. I even bought Williamsburg drawn thread Christmas ornaments. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if I'll ever do that. Boy, I do not know how to do drawn thread, but it would be fun to learn, right? Those would be beautiful hanging on the Christmas tree. And it says this is designed by Linda Driscoll. That's a familiar name to me. I don't know why. But oh my gosh, you guys, it is filled with pages of instructions showing you exactly how to do that. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little peek into my Christmas cross-stitch folder. I had fun going through it, and there's still more. I don't want to drag this video out forever and ever. I just thought I'd share a few things that sparked a little joy while I was digging around seeing what was in there. Another thing I thought I would share with you, because we're all home and we're all having to figure out ways to fill our days when we're not telecommuting for work, right? If we have that option. I thought I'd share with you what I'm reading. So, I am reading Gods of Jade and Shadow. And this is by Silvia Morena-Garcia. And I am thoroughly enjoying this book. Right about halfway. So this is interesting to me because I don't know much about Mexican and Aztec folklore and you know, their kind of, what do you call it, fairy tale. That, you know, that sounds childish, but I don't know kind of their stories, for lack of a better word. Boy, this is a terrible book talk, right? But this kind of knits together some of their folk stories, and I'm thoroughly enjoying reading that. I find that I keep wondering in my head if I am pronouncing things properly, but if you need to read Gods of Jade and Shadow, I would suggest that. Okay, so when I'm not reading and I'm stitching, what am I watching? Well, I am watching, based on a recommendation from a friend, I am watching Tiger King. You guys, this is a complete train wreck, all right? It is like you see something and it's just crazy and you can't look away. That is the Tiger King. This guy is a complete, oh my gosh, he is a complete showman. He wants to be in front of the camera. He wants to dictate his own narrative. He wants to control how people look at him. And if you don't agree with his views, you're on his list. Tiger King is a complete, it's a complete crazy mess. And like I said, you start watching one and you just go to the next one because you can't believe what you're watching and seeing and hearing. Okay, I will let you go. Don't forget, stitching meetup on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, right? My time. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you're well. I hope you have plenty of coffee and Diet Coke. All right, I will let you go and I will see you hopefully at a stitching meetup. All right, have a good afternoon, you guys. Bye.